Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. So we're back at the shop. Today is day 3 on the 1941 Ford pickup restoration. The last time I was here, we got, let's see, what did we do? Last time I was here, I think I spent 2 days. On day 1, we replaced outer panel, inner panel, right? Um, we replaced the panels on the inside here, inner and outer. They were corroded. We aligned the door and everything. We also started with that one. Took off all the corroded panels. Hold on, fix this up. Right, we had all the pieces cut out. Right, so before I left, I started fabricating the pieces. So today we're gonna finalize the fabrication, and we're gonna install these 3 pieces and hopefully weld everything up, this side and the other side. If I'm not done welding today, I'll just weld everything else tomorrow. I'm gonna go in here and finalize all these welds also. Right? That small area that's corroded, I'm gonna get that repaired. And we have some more small areas here. Same thing on the other side, some at the top here. We get all that situated, like they say, or fixed. I mean, it's not much work. Maybe 2 or 3 more days. Hopefully it should be done by Sunday. We have some repairs to do here also. Same thing. And we also have the hood. Get that repaired too. So, last time I was here, I was actually using these heavy duty MIG welders, big heavy guns, right? That sucks for thin sheet metal. Then I switched to this Lincoln flux core, but the flux core also sucks for thin sheet metal. So then I decided to purchase a roll of 030 and a regulator and an airline and a small bottle of CO2. So we're gonna install this today and continue on the build. I think most welders already know how to assemble this unit. The bottle goes at the back. Put your chain. Always leave the cap on when handling the bottle for safety reasons. If it slides out of your hand and falls and the valve breaks off, then you have a projectile. Very dangerous projectile. Always leave your cap on when handling. Done. You can take it off. Now, when you take off the cap, before you put your regulator, always crack the valve. Because sometimes wasps normally lay eggs inside. So crack your valve to take out any debris. Inspect your regulator also too, because wasps, they love making the nest on the inlet here, and then the air pressure will actually push it into the regulator, mess it up, and also clog your hoses. So one end of the hose goes here. These fittings are compression fittings. I think that's what they're called. So there's no need for thread tip. That goes here. And then the line goes at the back here. Very easy setup, simple, straightforward. Too small. Inch and 1/8. So too big, inch and 1/16. Perfect. All right. Tighten it here. What's that? 5/8. 18 will do. Perfect. Tighten here. Tighten here, right? Then you crack the valve slowly, because if you crack it real fast, the air pressure will rush in and slump the ball at the top. So you go slowly. All right. If our ball was still floating, that means there's a leak somewhere. If your ball goes all the way back down and sits, more than likely you have no leak. You can go further and get some soap water and screw over your joints to see if you have any leakage. We're not going to bother that today. All right, so mad. I suppose full of water will get rid of the flux core. Since we're using 030 contact tip, that is 030 flux core, but we're going with solid wire, we're not going with flux core. So we're going to get that out, screw it back up. Unfortunately, machines don't come with reverse feed. We also come with my mic, but I actually forgot, so I hope I can hear it clearly. All right. So what we do, we look for a hole. Normally there's holes, or else the wire's gonna spring out. Feed it through the hole, bend it so it doesn't spring out. Get our solid wire. So I got 10 pounds of Act Captain 030, that's 0.8 millimeters solid wire. And that is what we're going to be using today since we're welding thin metal. You can use 035, but naturally the thicker the wire diameter or larger wire diameters are for thicker materials, right? Thin materials, smaller wire diameters. That thing missing a spool. No way. That machine looks like this. Oh, alright. So I'm saying, I know there's supposed to be some other parts. Yeah. All right. Trim your end, take out your bent end, right? And feed it through. Very good. Put the tensioner on. You get some power to the machine. That machine is dual voltage. It can work on 110 volts, 110 volts, and 220 volts. Naturally, the higher the voltage, the higher the amperage when you weld. Alright, so we're just gonna feed it through. We actually have a new diffuser, new contact tips, and a new shroud. A ceramic coated shroud and contact tips. So that's what we'll be using today. Alright, so there we are. Where is it? Alright, see that? Yeah, baby. Ceramic coated glass shroud. Ceramic coated contact tips. That way, you don't have to clean, or sparta will not get stuck to your nozzle contact tip as often as it would on other materials. Yeah man, yeah man, yeah man. Something missing here. So something like a spring. What I'll do, I'll change the shroud. Get a pliers. Actually came with one. Ah, it's different. Down is a female. Rocky. And there's always some BS. So down is a female and down is a male. I guess a different gun, right? But I think I'm going to grab the spring. See that spring? I'm gonna grab it and put on the old one. Back here. Let's see. Yeah, man. Alright, let's hope this works. They're close, but I think they're still a bit different. Yeah, slightly different parts. But fingers crossed. Because right now they don't have much of a choice. Bunch of fingers. Alright, let's see. Let's see if it actually fits. Yeah, man. It doesn't fit 100%. Let's see that. Yeah, it's slightly different. That's why. I think I might work here. No. Well, that sucks. See if I can make it work. See if I can make it work. Nah. Rocky there. All right, so that's not gonna work. We have to figure something else out. Let me see. Think. Come on. Any ideas? Any ideas, guys? Try not to mess it up, but I got much of a choice. Sometimes when you're on the job, things don't always work out, and you just gotta figure it out. Oh, you have to try. Let's see how you can figure it out. All right, I think we have something. Will it stay? Nope. Oh man. All right, so that's not gonna work. Shall Lucy this? Lucy Goosey. Let me think of it. Unbelievable. All right, let me take a seat. I have an idea, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this one first. Let's see if this works. Like down mic work. That makes sense. All right, fingers crossed. It wants to work, but it's not sitting center. Aye. All right, that doesn't work. All right, next plan. Unbelievable. Let me see. What can I do? La. Nylon. Maybe piece of cloth might work. Hold on. Right. All right, let's try a different wire size. Because that's what it normally has, like a spring. I think that one probably worse. I feel like I'm gonna work out. Right? Guess we can try, right? Try to see. I don't know the electrical thing might be for. It's kind of there, kind of there, kind of. Alright, let me see if I can find some tape. I'll be back. Ah, guess what I stumbled upon? Fret tip. Alright, so we're gonna try the fret tip. It might work, it might not, but without much of a choice right now. I was actually looking for electrical tape until I stumbled upon fret tip. Great. Come on. And yeah, guys, I know fret tip, that's not what it's for. But right now, I ain't got much of a choice. I need to get that shroud on the torch so I could. Ah, so I could start welding. Alright, so we're gonna try this. Let's see if that works. Fingers crossed, right? Sometimes you gotta make do with what you have. Now, I'm not sure if it'll last. There goes some more. I'm not sure if it's gonna last because of the heat, but I guess we're gonna find out, right? But electrical tape would have been the ideal thing, I believe. Even masking tape might have worked also. Yep, sometimes this is what you gotta do. You gotta make do with what you got. Don't be the game. Afraid you have a issue. I just keep posting. Keep posting. Hello, hello, hello. MC Creations, what's up? Longman, Logan, what's up, Logan? What's up, man? I'm doing a quick fix to my MIG torch so the shroud can fit. I bought a kit, but it does not fit, so that's what I got. It's already probably after 8 p.m. I'm gonna try this, see if I can make this work so I can continue. Done. Alright, let's see how this goes. Fingers crossed, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Got it. Alright, so I'm assuming that when it feels the temperature, when it gets hot, it might melt the fret tip. I'm gonna search around the shop to see if I find some other kind of tape. Might even search in my trunk of my car. And just to secure it some more and then we can start. We can start welding. Give me a minute, I'll be back. Ooh. What I found. Alright. Found me some blue tape. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tip it on right here. That's for extra strength. I will have to find out the part number for this torch and purchase a kit for it. Ooh, brand new. All right. So the rule of thumb is multiply your wire size by 10 to adjust your pressure. Right? Let's see. Normally people just cut the wire off, cut it short. I rather retract it. That way my wire don't go to waste. All right, now let's get to business. Let's get to work. Get to work. Um, get my shoes, get my stuff. So we have our grinder, second grinder, um, hammer. Got our shield. That's my modified auto that windshield. So ordinary. American summertime, right? Alright. Alright, okay. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to ask any questions, like, share, subscribe. Alright, let's go to work now. Alright, so already have all the pieces cut out. With my eyes. Give me some eyes. I have these specialized. Alright. Alright, cool. So the last time no, I folded this piece, right? And this one comes here. Boom. And then this one goes right here. Like that. Yeah? And then I need a tool to stiffen it a little bit. That's my stiffening tool. I'm gonna put a crease, it's a small crease to make it stiffer. That's better, right? Yeah, man, that's better. In the right direction. Nope, wrong direction. All right. That goes in. Là comme ça. And here's the power. What I'm doing. Just like that. Right. Now I need to tune. I've not even calibrated the welder. Let's see. I mean, I had flux for OP5. Flux normally burns hotter than solid wire, so I'm going to up the amperage and keep the wire speed. Let's see what we get. Okay. The hell. The Helianti. Ah, shit. Man. Oh. Alright. I think we should be okay now. Too much wire. We drop the wire speed a little. Actually, we could go a little hotter too. Do better. Ay, ay, ay. Stop recording. More heat. Keep the speed. Some more heat. Not like this. I think we have too much speed. Let's see if I drop the speed on my thing again. Alright, sometimes I get carried away. That looks good, but something's still a bit off. It's not smooth enough. But at least that's what I found. Um, yeah. Let's see. Alright, that's a little better. Um, with the wire speed again too. I mean, I have a calculator on my website. I could just put in the parameters and find the right wire speed and everything. But sometimes I like to troubleshoot it the manual way. Alright, I think my shade is too dark. Because I can barely see. That's a true color auto dark windshield, which means the picture should be crystal clear. That's better. I still feel like I could drop the I could drop wire speed a little bit, and I could drop amperage just a little bit. Alright, let's check to see what we got now. Looks about right. I like it. I like it. A little bit more power. Yeah, that's what we want. That me I look for. Alright, No need to grind that down except for here probably. Yeah. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so the next piece would be this one. Alright, let me see. Get some more out. So we have a proper fit. Boom. Alright. We have to drill some holes in here so we could plug weld it to the existing panel. Alright, so we have our both got the 5% cobalt drill bit set. Sold in our store online. These drill bits are amazing. I've had a set of the prototype. I had them manufactured on the sample. That's what I used in the body shop, and it's been maybe a year and a half now. None of the bits has ever broke. Right, all bits are intact. Look at that, look at that. Ooh, brand new, fresh like water. We're gonna go with millimeters. We'll get the marker also. Nice and safe. Alright, so we have to do some wounds, spot welding here. I think here. Along that line also. Right, so we're gonna do one here, one here, one here. We'll come along that line. Right? Here. This two. Over here. Here. Alright, so we're gonna drill these holes. Very new drill bit. It's one of the bits I collected in my store. Alright, hold on here. Get this connected. Alright. 1 minute. Alright. These bits are sharp. You have to go easy with them. Yeah. Yeah. Try not to put too much pressure on it. Sharp bits. Good. These bits don't fit. what we need. Alright, so we're gonna put that in place. Need some vice grips. Need some vice grips. Vice grip is in place. Just like that. One. That's how we're going to cover all these holes. Two. One up there. That's two. Ah, I should have put holes inside of it too. Maybe to fine tune it a little bit more. Uh, Good penetration. That's why I actually went for the 030 wire, so I could run a bead on this film right now. It's much faster running a bead than actually spot welding it. Well, nice. Find my lens slow down. I have to get one of these shoes with the lights on them. Yeah, that's what I have to get. Shoes with the lights. Yeah. Alright, let's go. That's very nice for the wells. I do say for myself. Well, for me, that part is basically done. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right. Now we're gonna fold. Fold the patch. Next. I hope it's on. Yeah. All right, so we'll pull down, down, pull down, back, pull down. I think that is the correct sequence. Bam. That's loud. That's super loud. Nice. Put that one here. like that. All right. That's about right. Noise pollution. That's good. That looks about right. All right. All right. So that goes here. Let's trim it. That out. Color it inside here. Yep. Okay. That out. Now we can use our trusty grinder. Yeah. So we're rebuilding. Really now. Perfect. You made a couple of this. That is it. Now we see. Alright, now we have to fit our seam. Mark out like shark. I know why for the life of me that mark. Anyways, mark our seam. Yeah. And then we take a chisel and our block of wood, and we're gonna chase it out. Old school. So this is the old school method I learned when I was in my teens. Yeah. We'll take the chisel and just chase out the seam. Yeah, man. So here we have it. We have our seam, yeah? Alright. Yeah, and I dropped the mark over. Ah, I was feeling them fellas. Let me do like this. That's what I think. But the shape looking good. So we should that. And trim there. Right on the other bit. Yeah, that should be nice. But you look good. That's really nice. A little something, something. I think it's, yeah, it's bent in. We're gonna just, not too much, huh? Not too much. So, right, that looks nice. Alright, it's about right. Yeah, like that. But, will be great. It's gonna be great. Alright, let me check. Since we connected, we're gonna trim this out. Okay, well, right, we're gonna keep the bottom. Let's look into that bottom on the other side, especially to see if I really have it right. Alright, same thing. We have a few holes here. I think it was about 3 holes. We're gonna go here. Right? 1, 2, 3 for plug wells. That's good. Nice seeing it. Now what I see take some out. Let's just skin some out. Right? Skin out. Yeah, man. Perfect. Perfect. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that welded. What time is it? Because I mean, I'm gonna be back here tomorrow and day after. Woo, 9:23. Alright, so I'm gonna get that welded completely. Maybe the other one. Nah, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get that one welded and then head home. Maybe get home by 10. And tomorrow I will get the other one welded. The drill. Yeah, anyone looking to get into this type of work, you do not need that many tools to start up with. A hammer, a chisel, right? Preferably a cross pin hammer, cold chisel, a small grinder, right? Small 4-inch grinder, everything. Somewhere around metal snips or shears, right? Well, a MIG welder for sure. MIG welder setup, an extension cord. What else? Maybe some vice grips, and you're in. What you really need is the skills, right? Critical thinking, artistry skills to actually form the pieces, the patches. And if you can do that, then yeah, good to go. So you don't really need any fancy tools. There are MIG welders online for like 300-400 US dollars. Grinders for about 40 US dollars, and everything else is way cheaper than that. So the knowledge and the skills is the most costly because it takes time to learn and master all of that. That's for sure. I've been doing this since when I was 14, 15. Back then we used oxy-fuel welding. Now we no longer use oxy-fuel welding, we use MIG welding. Alright, so that looks about right. Yeah? Alright, let's wrap it up. Here's my own look. It's out of the way. Yeah, man. Alright, get our shield on so we can start welding. Just like that. Back up that wire speed a little bit. A little bit. Let's see what it is. Alright, so looking good. I got some too much. Put the grind on that. I like those. like it. Here. finish that before I go. All right. Yeah, I think we can shut up the live now. Yeah, nice.